would you look at what's right behind me? It's KTC's booth, and I've been really impressed with their monitors for the last couple of years. I'll give you a bit of history on KTC because maybe you don't know that they make a lot of the monitors, maybe even the monitor that's on your desk right now, because they OEM for a lot of different companies. They've been around since 1995. They have 8,000 employees, a massive factory. So they make this stuff. They also hold over 1,800 patents. And in the last couple of years, they've decided to really start packaging the stuff and selling it directly to the consumers, passing on the savings. So check out this beautiful wine pour right here. This is the G32P5. It's an OLED panel, and it's from LG, the panel. All the rest of the technology is from KTC. They work very closely with a lot of companies. Because did you know that KTC OEMs for a lot of companies? They work with a lot of companies. This is a 4K panel with a 240 hertz refresh rate. One of the things I like about 4K is it perfectly scales down to 1080p, so you can swap it over to that and also play your games at 1080p on this 32-inch panel. So you got some options there. Response time, since it's OLED, is 0.03 milliseconds and 1.07 billion colors. 100% of the sRGB, 99% of the DCI-P3. Contrast ratio is 1.5 million to 1. And we also do have True Black, they call it HDR 400. So yeah, loaded display. One of their flagship models right here. Here we go, rotate, tilt it. Oh, look at, look out. Look at that, swivel and tilt. How far as our ports go? We got a couple display port, HDMI, and then over here we do have a built-in KVM right there. So yeah, it's hard to see right now, but you've got USB, it's a type B, and then a couple of type A right there that you can use. Yeah, having the integrated KVM is also a nice little bonus. So that's their 4K, 31-inch, ginormous, beautiful OLED with the LG panel and the KTC electronics on the inside. About a purple monitor, look at this. Some might think that it's ridiculous and garish, but I don't know, I kind of like it. Maybe it's giving me like old school vibes, bringing me back to like the days when I was sitting around playing N64 and all that kind of stuff. Well, this is also some beautiful technology. It is a fast IPS Mini LED, meaning it's going to be brighter than OLED and give you about the same color quality. Blacks are going to be pretty similar, so it's very similar as far as just the overall picture quality, but it is brighter with SDR 600, 1000 when it comes to HDR. We have 98% of the PCI D3 gamut, 108% of the PCI D3 gamut when you're in the HDR mode. Now, as far as the overall specs go, the refresh rate on this is 260 hertz. This is also a 1440p panel, which is very respectable when it comes to the size. 24.5 inches at 1440p is going to be super sharp. Like, it may look sharper than a lot of 4K monitors you've seen just because the size and the resolution. We also have 1.07 billion colors on this one. Purple. Look at this. Look at this purple display. And then on the side here, I actually find these to be really useful, especially if you have windows. These help to block out the light. They've got them blacked out on the outside of here. I think they call these a flag in the movie industry. So you've got that over here. And then also this one can rotate as well. I love the stands here. Well, we've unplugged it. That's what happens. Look at all that motion. And I think a lot of people are going to be like, purple, but I like it. So yeah. Also, I really like the mini LEDs. And 1440p this looks great. All right, so this is the KTC MegaPad. It's an Android tablet, 32 inches, 4K, and it's not plugged up to anything right now. The base right there, that's a sound, I guess a sound distribution unit, a speaker. It's a speaker on the bottom right there. But it's also a 9,500 milliamp hour battery that'll give you about 6 hours of battery life, which is a lot. You could pretty much run this all day at an event or something like that. So this is Android 13, and on the back we do have USB and stuff, so you can sideload your apps if you wanted to do that. But it is a fully Google certified device, so you can use the Google Play ecosystem. Plus, since it's Android, you can install some light emulation on there. I might want to try it just for that. But yeah, all kinds of applications for this. You can run it in horizontal mode, but you can also switch it around and run it in vertical mode, giving you all kinds of flexibility here. You got all the apps on here. What is this? There we go. You got the Play Store over here. But check it out, we also have files. So this is what I'm talking about. If you want to be able to install your own stuff, you can just use the USB on the back and then have access to, who are these people? Who are all these people? This would be handy in a kitchen if you wanted to look up a cooking video or something, have it on here, but that's also pretty cool. So, and this is the KTC MegaPad A25Q5. It's a 24.5-inch smart mobile screen. It looks like they didn't call it an AI mobile screen. It's just a smart mobile screen. It's also battery powered. It's 1080p on this one, and it's a full-on 10-point touch as well, Wi-Fi 5. And this one has the Qualcomm SM6115. You got 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage on this. So you could run this as a little computer. Android 14 on this one, so even newer. Now, something like this, you can run it vertically. You have all your apps right there. You got your camera. We're gonna get rid of Avatar right here because I would probably use this in the kitchen to do like cooking videos and stuff, but let's, where's the camera on this thing? There we go. So, what's going on over here? So we also have a privacy. So if you want to keep your camera off, you have the privacy option right there, which I really like. Swipe up. Thanks to Selena for helping out with the, with the camera. So you have all your Google stuff here, whatever you want. Google Home, Netflix. Open up whatever you want. If you're going to watch Netflix, you're going to want to turn it around this way, right? And you can also, load up whatever you want on the side. You got to sign in, obviously, but you get the idea. It's Android, it's battery powered. We do have USB Type-C right here on top. There's your power as well. And then there's your controls. This is what it looks like on your desk. Got a couple of speakers on the back. And of course, got a nice little handle right here so you can carry it around to and fro. All right, this curved beauty is a 34-inch, 180 hertz gaming monitor. This is an AHVA curved monitor, 1500R is the curve on this. This is the H34S5, 4001 contrast ratio. Some people really love HVAs, myself included. I gamed on an HVA for years and years and years and years. HVA has amazing blacks and one of the best price to performance ratios, in my opinion, of all the gaming monitors. So if you're looking to get into like a 3440 by 1440 ultra wide, well, this is a really good place to look. Now, that 180 hertz refresh rate is going to make everything nice and smooth. Also have 1.07 billion colors, 95% of the DCI-P3, 99% of the sRGB. And you know what, I'm just going to play this. We do have HDMI, we have 2 of those in the back, and 2 DisplayPort 1.4, so you can hook up all kinds of things to this. But really, I want to play some games. I don't even know what game is this? Ultrawide is my preferred way to game. If anybody makes an ultrawide CRT, I'll be all over it. That's not possible. But yeah, we can dream, can't we? But until we have an ultrawide CRT, we've got the AHVA panels that have great blacks, and like I said, just really, you're getting a lot when it comes to like the color quality, the way these feel, the HVAs. In my opinion, they do feel and look possibly a little bit better than some of the IPSs. Maybe not the Mini LED IPSs, but yeah, where am I supposed to go now? All right, whenever I'm traveling, I can always use more screens. This is the KTC Expand Screen H14F8. The 14.1 inch, we got 2 of them right there. And it just snaps onto your screen. It's adjustable. It can fit on a lot of different monitors because you can stretch it apart, and it clips on the top as well. I like the way that they have it right up there on the top so it secures onto your screen. A hinge that'll work. These are actually really lightweight though. So they each require 1 USB-C, so we got those plugged in over here, then the USB-C run around to each monitor, and that's it. That brings you the power and also the display. IPS, 60 hertz, and lots of adjustments. Let's go ahead and mess around with it and see how we can adjust it to get it all set up. We have more USB-C right there. Sometimes if your laptop can't fully support it, you'll need to use another USB-C for like power or something. We got our stand right here, our kickstand. I actually like these angled kickstands. They give you a lot of flexibility. So we got our angled kickstand right there. You can also turn it, close it up like that for storage. All right, make sure the laptop doesn't fall. Snap it on the top and then snap it into place. There we go, I'm not gonna drop it. There, and that gives you a little extra support in the back. You can adjust that, and there we go. A couple extra screens, not bad. So this is also cool, I didn't know KTC made this. This is the P20, it's a very compact, very portable projector. Check that out. Anyway, we don't need the power plug because this has a battery that'll last about 4 hours, which is enough to watch a movie, maybe a 1.2 episodes of The Godfather or movies of The Godfather. 14,001 contrast ratio. It's an LTPS monitor, 1080p, and it does have Google TV also. It's got Netflix and everything. Oh, here's the controller. Show you Netflix certified, Google TV and everything on here. It's Android 11. But we do have USB in the back so that you can sideload stuff if you wanted to. 2 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabyte ROM on the inside, so you can install some of your stuff if you want to. Probably even, I always try to put some like basic games on these. That usually works. There we go. Yeah, the build quality of this is great. feels really good in the hand. So yeah, just take this on the go with you. I want to try this out, but the battery died, so I can't try it. There's that USB in the back right there. Also got audio ports and HDMI right there. And then the remote, of course, right there. The remote sensor's in the back where it should be, because you'll probably be sitting behind this thing. Yeah, get a little workout carrying this around. But yeah, I like having these portable ones.